How to transcribe Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Get your staff paper out and your ruler and your pencil. We're going to start by drawing our treble clef signs all the way down the staffs. Okay, next grab your ruler. We're going to draw our bar lines now in the middle of each staff and at the end of each staff, right there. Next, pick up your pencil. We are going to draw our time signature, and for Mary Had a Little Lamb, it is 4/4 time signature. I just wanted to remind you that 4/4 time signature means that there's 4 beats in each measure. Not 3, but 4. In our first measure of Mary Had a Little Lamb, we are going to add 4 quarter notes. This first quarter note is going to go on the E line, this very first line. Make sure you have that line going directly in the middle of your note. Your second quarter note is going to go right below the staff, tucked up against the E line. That is a D. Your third note is on a ledger line. So below the staff, you're going to draw a line. It's kind of like an extension of the staff, and you need to make sure that your note head has a line right in the middle of it, just like that. That is middle C, right there is middle C. Your final note is in the D space again. And you need to make sure your D note head is in between where the ledger line is and the E line, that first line of the staff. There you go. Moving on to our second measure, measure number 2. We are going to draw another quarter note on our E line. Fill that in, making sure the line is right in the middle. We are going to stay on our E line during this second measure. So our second note is also on the E line. It is a quarter note. And then our third note is a half note, which will also be on the E line as well. And since it's 2 beats, even though there's only 3 notes, that is enough because 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. So 4/4 time signature, that's perfect. In measure 3, we're staying in the D space with 2 quarter notes and then a half note. So that is 1 plus 1 plus 2, which equals 4, because this half note that we're going to draw, oops, gotta fix that. This half note I'm going to draw right here in the D space is worth 2 beats. Okay, in measure 4, we're going to stay with a pattern right now of a quarter note, and a half note. So we're starting on the E line again to draw our quarter note. And then for our next quarter note, we're going to move up to the G line. Hold on, let me draw that stem, and then the G line 1, 2, that's the G line. Making sure that line is right in the middle of the note head. So now we have an E and then a G. And then staying on the G line, we are going to draw a half note. We've already gotten to our 5th measure. Yay! And we're starting this measure by drawing a quarter note on the E line again. Then we're moving on to the D space, drawing another quarter note. And we're drawing another ledger line below our staff, which is an extension of our staff. Drawing another quarter note on that ledger line. This is middle C. You will hear of this a lot. So I hope it sticks in your brain. And finally, in our D space, we are adding another quarter note. You might have noticed that in our 5th measure, we have the exact same note pattern as in our 1st measure, E, D, C, D. On to our 6th measure. In this measure, we're going to draw 4 quarter notes all on our E line. 4 quarter notes all on our E line. That makes it super easy. We're getting so close to being done. Yee! 2 measures to go. Only 2 measures to go. Okay, measure 7. We're going to start by drawing 2 D's and what? We're going to start by drawing 2 quarter notes in the D space. 2 quarter notes in the D space. Our 3rd note will be moving up to the E line. We're making a quarter note on the E line. Let's fill in that note head, draw that stem, and then move back down to the D space for our final quarter note in measure 7. We have 1 measure to go, people. 1 measure, and it's the easiest thing ever. We will end our 8th and final measure by drawing a whole note, which is 4 beats, so we only have to do 1 note. And draw that ledger line, because it is a C, it is a middle C, and that is our final note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't forget to add the double bar line at the end that tells you the end. This is the end of the song. And here's our final transcription of Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm going to sing it now. La 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 la.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to see more videos.